All right, wonderful. Welcome, Ripplers. So for me, you guys are Ripplers, and I really wanted to welcome you because this is my vision that we truly are Ripplers. I'm gonna mute you, Zabina,
Huh.
for a
Huh.
while,
Zabina, if
but
you can mute. Yeah, even I will mute. So,
yeah, thank you. So this is our first ever community session, in which I was thinking to kick off long back, and Sujna was a witness. So we have constantly in touch with each other, and we were trying to figure out what to do, what not to do. This mind was coming into the playing different aspects of, okay, read the book to create the highest vision and all those things. But finally the time is here. I think this is the right time, and whatever is happening at the very right time. So um, I had my feeling which I wanted to share with you, so that we understand why we have formed this community, and then see if you can resonate with it. If you resonate with it, we're gonna go a very long way. If not, that's also fine. And everything has a time. That's my belief. So this community to serve was there from my mind from last 6 months. There would be some community, and I did not took an action. And initially I was thinking that why to take an action, what I'm gonna gain out of it. I was scared. I was scared that, oh, my bandwidth is gonna choke, how I'm gonna serve my clients, all those self-created doubts, and I wanted to live with that. So I think this is the time now. I am free. I'm feeling at least free. I claim that, free from those doubts. So that's why I think this is the right time, according to me. uh, I love your beautiful excitement and smile, Sujana. uh, so my idea of this ripplers came from one day when I was working on my vision board, probably in the January month, and I felt that I am a rippler. Basically, that's what was the deep message to me for myself. And when I say rippler, that ripple effect that we create as a coaches in this world. Um, and I was not ready to really believe that I'm really a rippler. Is it really true? And then I got some nudges while working on myself, and I really started believing. And one of the very simplest belief was, when I have reflected all the work which I've done one-on-ones with my client, and I've seen one of the guy who I just served for 3 months, 4 months max. And one point of time, he started coaching his family. When I say coaching, not professionally, but he started helping the family in a very different way. And they manifested twins. They manifested twins. That guy manifested and made her wife manifested twins. And right now she is pregnant. He has written a beautiful story. And I said, wow, what an amazing thing. And one guy, 3 months back, 4 months back, what not really looking at the possibility. He was a very positive guy in the beginning, but he was frustrated. He was not really, aligned with his ideas. He was thinking that he was a runner. He was a runner. And he started operating from zeroness. And that idea, when I told him that, why don't you operate from zero? And then it just stuck in his mind. He said, so simple, Kapil. When we operate from zero, there is no baggage. And he could see that. At one point of time, I also started getting inspired from him. I was thinking, wow, I would love to have a client like this. He said, no, Kapil, I think I don't need any coaching anymore. I said, fine, that's perfectly fine. After 3 months, he was free. He was free within the 3 months. And I was like, wow, this is amazing results. And I have seen that he started coaching sister, he started coaching his friends and people around. And now I'm seeing the generational impact. Imagine those twins who are not born is seeing that father already getting that feeling of that father and that atmosphere in the family where everything seems to be possible for him, for everyone, for both of them, the couple. and this twins, which is not born yet, how beautifully they must be experiencing. So I truly believe that no, it is coaching is not just a profession; it is impacting generations. So with this one simple story, and we have tons of story, I'm sure you will have tons of stories like that. Small, big, doesn't matter. But I want you to assure that your profession is a divine profession. Even if you don't feel that, or sometimes feel that, but it is. It's like the sunlight which we get. Even if we sometimes say, oh, it's very hot, it's very less sunny, I want more sun, but it is coming. Even though the cloud comes in between, and that to black clouds, we feel, oh, there's something wrong. But the clouds pass by, but we get the sun all the time, right? So this profession is like it's the divine profession. And few months back, when I was actually doing the journaling, I got the sense that I am here to serve the people around the world. And I witnessed in my eyes, I witnessed that I'm opening eyes in a world जहाँ पर everybody only giving, not taking anything. That means if there is a one person who has got something in him or her, they're saying, okay, I have something in him and her. Let me pass on that to this guy. Okay. And this guy is also doing the same thing. So they're only focusing on giving. When everybody is focusing on giving and not really worrying to get something. I know it's very hard to believe in this world where people are only thinking to take. But there are a lot of people, I believe, a lot of people, if you start searching such people and focusing, you will get such people. And so I feel that there is a world where people are giving. And imagine after some time, if there is a word which exists like that, how it would get expanded, how powerful that would be. So that was one of the nudge I get. And after some time, I got a video from Ankush. So Ankush Jain, which one of the coaches in UK, you guys know it, few of them. And I saw a video, and I was waiting for the video. He spoke about this idea to bring a massive impact on this planet by raising the consciousness of this planet. And I was like, this is something to do with something. And I was like chasing, I started to chasing him. I started chasing him. And I thought, maybe I don't have something which he has. And I was reaching out to Steve for the help. Hey, help me. I wanted to be with you. I can't do it alone. Tell me and make me join into your vision of raising the consciousness of this planet. And Ankush was maybe busy and we could not get connected. We exchanged few voice notes on the Facebook, and finally he said, call me. And then I did not call him. I did not send any note. And I think maybe it is not the right time. There's something to see inside. And I think I'm glad that I did the decision. I did not speak with him because there was nothing to speak actually. It was only my insecurities which I wanted to share with him. So what happened after that? I just sat with myself, and more revelations. Life just grows. You just grows after some time. This happened in last week of January, when I was like, oh, I want to reach to this coach, that coach. Somebody help me, make me join into the mission because I'm not capable enough. That was an indirect message to myself. I was not acknowledging, but there was an indirect message. But then I realized, what is this raising the consciousness? When I sat with myself, I thought, if I am expanding, the universe is expanding. So I started focusing on things which expands me. And that was truly amazing experiences when I started focusing on those things which truly gives me a true joy in me. One of the example I wanted to give is sometimes we all watch Netflix, binge watching, you know, we We always reward ourselves. Ah, good job. Let me just watch a video to relax. Fine, fair enough. But after some time, it becomes a pain. And we don't realize when we enter into the pain. We just get into that. And we just want to. Have you noticed that the thought comes, it bothers, but we still watch that? So, what we are essentially doing is we are pulling ourselves down, 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 down. Body's contracting. We are guilty. And in that consciousness, in that vibration space, we are not contributing to the planet, we are not contributing to the world. So responsibility is mine, that what can I do and focus from the space of beingness, so that I just operate at area where I'm in love with the expansion. I'm in love with my expansion. That means I'm only focusing inwards. You can say it's very selfish to see, but it's not, because this is the amazing way to contribute. When you truly focus on your inner being and nothing is outside left, then you start to expand and truly start impacting the universe, even though you are not aware. One of the symptoms you can witness, when people wanted to come closer to you, they wanted to work with you, that could be one of the symptoms. The way we see Steve Hardison, right? Have you seen his charismatic personality? People would die to work with him, right? So he's not worried about anything else in the world, whether he's losing the people, not losing. He's not living from the place of insecurity. He's not living from the place of self-worth as a question mark. So he is creating a massive, can you see the massive impact on the planet is happening through him, right? So everybody is capable. I am capable. And ripplers, you guys are capable. It just, if you're willing to fall in love with your expansion, that's all matters. That's all the results you would want, and rest all will fall in place. And that's the message I wanted to give you. So let me just open the space. Please unmute yourself and see what's making sense, what does not make sense. And that's perfectly fine if it is not aligned completely. I'm okay with that.
So, let me start with my journey. See, for me, how I got into this coaching and the thing is, a few years back when I started my consultancy, I was just doing civil engineering jobs. So it was at that time when, since it's a consultancy, people started approaching us for getting professionals from India for software fields. So they had their requirements, and we were routing the people through us. So I was interacting with the people, I was interviewing the people, and at that stage, I realized that many of them, even though they are capable, professionally qualified, and all those things, everything is perfect for them, but then they were not able to fare when it is where it is needed to the level they are supposed to do. So, through our consultancy, we started sort of mentoring. It was not something paid. Through our consultancy, the people who were going through our consultancy for the software jobs, I was doing mentoring, and it went on for a year or so. So it was at that time that somebody told me, what you're doing is actually coaching. I never knew what is life coaching. I never knew what is coaching. For me, I was just helping people. I was interested in my civil engineering work, but then this started as a side hustle for me, the HR consulting. So I was just grooming people, and then one of the guys who was from Bangalore, he was in a software field, and he was trying for some job in the Gulf region. And he had a huge impact, and then he got placed in one of the companies there. So he was the one who told me, Zabina, what you are doing is actually coaching. That was the time I ever thought of life coaching. Okay, this is something where I can create an impact. Unknowingly I got into this. Then I started with mml, and the life coaching things and other things came, and I was doing good, I was happy doing it. But over the past year, 1 year, somewhere from the service mind, I started focusing on the money aspect. For me, that money aspect started kicking in my head, because while I was doing the mml course and other things, I was just ignoring the engineering part. So I was not doing anything on that. I was just concentrating on the life coaching and other things. And then when it was not working the way I expected, so then your focus is going only on the money part. Oh, I'm not able to make that much money. So for me, I realized maybe in past 4 5 months, I was doing all the self reflection and other things, and other, I realized that the focus shifted from being of service to my selfishness, or whatever you can call that money part, the greed or something. I don't know. I don't know how to explain that. And it started affecting my love for the job, for what I was doing. So then I stopped that, and then I was doing, I was going back to the earlier version of Zabina, who was of service, who was trying to help people genuinely. And then I started getting clients. So for me, I understood that coaching is more of a service. If you focus on giving service, only then you are expanding. You are expanding in terms of your own growth, as well as your own, your monetary thing, everything. So that was the time when I started doing the self reflection, and that was the second time I started reading the ultimate coach. First time I read it, I was going through, okay, fine, 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 maybe it is more of a cult or what, I don't know. I felt, what is it, I mean, it is more like people are speaking more about, I didn't I understood, but not in the right sense.
Yeah.
Second time when you are reading, now I am understanding so many things. So now I understand who I should be to be of service to people, and how it is affecting me as well. So that is my brief overview. And I genuinely feel people who are in the same wavelength, who are finding it as a service, I can work with them. That's how I got into this place.
Beautiful story. Thank you for sharing this. This is amazing. What I'm hearing from you, Zubina, is that it started with a very natural way of helping the people, and when
Yes.
you saw the, okay, this can be the main thing. So there was a sense of inner calling probably, but soon your this mental word, that 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 this thinking power made you feel, okay, what can I get out of it? And then that's
Yes.
interpreting.
Yes.
And I'm really happy that you acknowledge this so openly.
Now, when you spoke about the giving and taking part, I could resonate with that, because there I was thinking of what I can take from the service that I'm offering. So this is something that I understood. Maybe I was doing all these exercises and going through what I'm doing wrong and all. So last 4 5 months, I was concentrating on being of service, and I can see how it is expanding my business also. So I'm happy about it.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing this. Another rippler.
Oh my God, so beautiful sharing, Zabina. And very honestly, I
I think
seriously feel
that's
I
the
don't
past.
have.
Yeah.
I'm seriously feeling as if I don't have much to say. Okay, I am feeling that way. But because I have to talk, is that, see, if I tell you, Kapil and Zabina, like one of the main reasons how I got into coaching. Okay, so now there are things like, since last so many years, I would feel that whatever I'm doing, whatever I was doing, so uh, to cut short my career, I have worked for around 7 years with corporate, right, in TCS. Okay. Then I moved to this place, Haldwani. I shifted because of my husband's transfer. Then I had a career break of 2, 3 years. And then I joined the school as an English faculty. Again, 7 years. So total 14 years. Okay. So all these 14 years, I think whatever I have done, somewhere I was always feeling I was not at the right place. That is the first thing. Okay. I never felt that, wow, this is it. Never I felt so. And somewhere I was always feeling like with around, yes, good friendships and all are there. But somewhere the work, I'm talking about the satisfaction that your work should give you. What it was giving me was money. What also it was giving me was maybe the way we believe that somebody saying that, wow, you are with a great company. Wow, you are with a great school. Okay. So that was good for me. Fine. Uh, and this started bothering me more, I would say. I think both of you know that 21, actually, I lost my parents to COVID. So that was a very alarming thing for me, because until then, whenever I had got such ideas like, okay, this is not I want to do, let me do something else, let me try something, this, always I used to tell myself that, okay, not now, later, आगे जाके, now is not the right time. Okay, some in the future when things will be better, or now I cannot take the risk of leaving the job, or something like that. Now, 21, when I lost my parents, very honestly, that was like a big thing on my head. Okay, it was like an awakening call. Uh, One of the reasons is, of course, because my mom, dad were like very healthy and fit and fine and everything. And suddenly this COVID came and all of these things happened. So, somewhere I realized the fragility of life.
Mm.
Okay. And what came to me in those 2, 3, 4 months when I was in kind of a deep grief and all, that whatever you have to do it now, or you have to create that urgency, because there is no guarantee that you're going to live a long life or something. And then I really started questioning myself, questioning in the sense, questioning what I had done over the years. Okay. And somewhere I was not getting great answers. Great answers in the sense that no, not satisfaction, that, I've lived my life. Like, so that led me to actually take this thing that, okay, now what? What is it that I want to do? So, as Zabina said, coaching was not something that I was aware of, but something I felt that I was always good at, I always wanted to do, was connecting with people and creating an impact. Now, that again came from the thing that I really knew a lot of people who were telling me that, Suchna, whenever I talk to you, I feel very good. I don't know what you do, but you listen very nicely. And I just feel good after talking to you. And I remember some of my friends telling me that, what is the best part about you? The best thing about you is that you don't give a lot of advice. You just listen. Okay, you just listen. So those were the things that somewhere I had developed, that kind of that people, that understanding. Even before I came into coaching, I developed that most people need only deep listening and need empathy. They need that support, that you are with them. That's what people need, and then that is enough for people to grow. And one of the reasons that people feel low, or people feel unhappy with life, other than the big problems that they have, is also
Mm.
when people don't support them, people don't listen. That is something that I figured out, and that also I figured out with my own experiences, maybe with some people, right? So that all of that, made me like, yes, something like this is what I want to do. And I was actually exploring, I was Googling. You won't believe, in 2019, I had Googled how to become a trainer, or something like this. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I came across life coaching. And then I also like connected with these MML people and all of that. However, I did my certification in 2021 after this thing happened, after my parents' thing and all. Right. So now, ever since then, like, I did my certification, I think that phase was a very, very transformational phase for me.
Mm.
And after that, Kapil and Jabina, what I would like to say is that everything that has been happening, I just became more aware that whatever I'm doing, it's not just about coaching, but whatever I'm doing, first of all, it has to be something that is a kind of, it has to expand me. It has to do that. Secondly, it has to be related to something that is adding value to people, and all of those things are there. Now, somewhere in between all of this, money came, like the
Yeah.
finance part came. That
Yeah.
again, it is important. So when I started off, it was like, okay, money is not important, that is why I gave up my job, right? And then I was ready and all of that. But then maybe when I started also, I felt that money is going to come anyway, right? Fine. Now, after few months, so I still remember the first 6 months for me in only in coaching. I'm not talking about my business or my content writing. Only my coaching were great for me. I really got a good number of clients and all of that. I was doing great. So after some time, it did slow down, and it did slow down for many reasons, right? I was also not that disciplined and all of that. But somewhere that started creeping in that, okay, what about the finances? So now what we are working in conscious creation and whatever I spoke about, all of that, right? So all of those things started bothering me. Now
Mm.
coming to this, now what am I doing, or over the last 1 year that I'm connected to this community of ultimate coach, and you know Kapil, right? How we connected, and then I read the book, and then I connected, and all of that. So now what I have been feeling is that a lot of things are really happening in life for me to receive, and for me to become my best version. A lot of things are actually happening, but somewhere I lacked to take full advantage of that. I have been taking, but somewhere in between something is happening. So I am talking about that smallness that we get into. I mean, here in this call, or we understand everything, we read a book, we talk about expanding consciousness and everything. But maybe in our routine life, we get into that smallness again, some
Yeah.
small problem, right? So that has also been there. And how I resonated with your idea is, even before I saw Ankush's video and all, I'll tell you, more than 6 months or something, like all of these things are going on, I always had this thought that anybody, like you gave the example of Steve. I was also, when I met Steve and all of these things happened, I was just thinking about his personality, that what is he doing actually.
Yeah.
Actually, what is he doing? All he's doing is giving, and all he's doing is, I don't care, right? That kind of, I mean, I don't care in the sense he doesn't care about what people are going to think or say or something, but he cares in a very higher level way, that he loves everybody, right?
Mm.
So I really start, and then not just Steve, but many people whom I have met in this community. So somewhere I felt that it is not impossible to live a great life like they are living. Okay.
Mm.
It is not impossible to give what you spoke about. When you think about
Mm.
becoming something great, like becoming something great in the sense being a giver or something, sometimes you start questioning that, okay, but there are so many things in my life only, right? First of all, I should settle them, then I should think about settling others' lives. Fine. So these kind of things also come up to you. But then
Yep.
when I started, understanding these things more, maybe questioning myself more and reflecting on all these things, I somewhere felt that no, nobody's life has been perfect. Everybody has done it just because they wanted to do it. Okay. And I felt that this is the same for me, and I want to do it. And around, I don't know exactly, but around 6 months back only, I was always feeling that I want to do something, and everything that I am doing, that has to be like related to making people's lives better. Okay. And when I say that making people's life better, I somewhere understand that very deeply, that it starts with me. If I am in my smallness, I cannot talk about bringing some greatness in the world and all of that. So
Yeah.
my expansion, and that is so important. So what I really did, I'll tell you, one of the things that I decided is earlier, I felt I was running running for a lot of things and all. First of all, when it came to my work, I decided that just these are the things I'm going to focus on. One is my coaching, one is my business activity, and one is my writing. Okay, these are the three things related to work. And why this? Because through all these three things, it is bringing that kind of expansion in me.
Yeah.
Okay,
Beautiful.
it is the same thing. Also, I understood, like, when you're saying coaching, of course I agree to that. But what I have been seeing in the last 6 months in my life, Kapil, is that not just through coaching, but the work that I'm doing in my business also, and the work that I'm doing through my content also, and all of that, it is expanding me so much.
Yeah.
Okay, and it is helping me to connect with people better and helping me to build better connections.
Yeah.
Fine. So these are the things that I feel. So now, when you say that living your highest vision, I feel people all over the world, I mean, they might be doing anything, not necessarily coaches or something, they might be doing anything, but maybe they need that just one push to tell them that how much potential they have. And you just gave an example, right, of your client. And I have seen that with few of my clients also. So they just need one push. And I've seen it with myself happening, that somebody has given me a push, so I'm here today, right?
Yeah.
So that is so beautiful, that you being instrumental in creating that ripple. Fine.
Yeah.
And that's when, and that is the reason when you said that night when you messaged me, I feel all of these things, maybe not exactly with these words, but I had all of this in my mind, that I
Yeah.
want to be a part of something that is great, that is something that is amazing, something that is not mundane, uh, something other than I want clients, where are my clients, and all of those things, something beyond that, right?
Beautiful.
So that's how I completely resonate with this, and that is the reason, ever since you have spoken, I have been feeling that, okay, but one thing I will tell you, I would not have maybe even started or taken responsibility the way you took, because I was also going through the same insecurities, that suddenly kaise I will come up and say that I am going to help people to live their highest vision and all of this. How can I say that? Right? Now, because you said that to me, I was like, okay, I'm joining you. Got it?
Yeah.
So for me also the same thing.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing this beautiful, in-depth, detailed sharing. And I'm sure that this sharing would have helped you. Are you feeling better by sharing it?
Wonderful, very beautiful. I actually
How
wanted to share this with you, but we
are you
never
feeling?
got a chance.
How are you feeling right now in this moment?
Very light, and I'm feeling more than light. It was not like heavy, but I'm feeling very good about it. I'm feeling like it's so simple. Why do
So
we, uh,
yeah,
it's so easy, it's so simple when we are not even bothered actually what others will think or what will happen or whether it will work or not or something, because so many things come up. It is so simple that I am just working to expand myself, and I'm
yeah,
willing to do it for anybody and
yeah,
everybody. It's so
yeah,
simple.
yeah. And to do that, it's not doing as such doing, since you are living that within yourself, that whatever is happening around you is to expand your own consciousness, expand your own space, expand your own awareness,
Hmm.
is naturally impacting the people around you. Then you're not doing anything,
Hmm.
it's just happening.
Yeah.
And that is the amazing impact what you have witnessed, what Steve's life
Hmm.
is look like. He's not doing anything, it's happening through him.
Yeah.
When he is impacting on something deep within, that is why you would have heard we all have universe within us,
Hmm.
right? So I'm really glad that you could resonate, but I also wanted to add one thing, that for different people who would be joining us. I'm sure there are a lot of people would joining us in the future. Okay, right now it's just a seed which we are planting it together, right? We are the caretakers of that seed now. So I want you to keep watering it so that it grows. It becomes a beautiful apple tree, and that apple tree is having a lot of apples, lot of sweet apples, and beauty of that apple tree would be that no matter how much apple you're gonna take, apple is gonna come again and again. It's like that. That's the most beautiful metaphor I have ever witnessed to be an apple tree. Right? Apple tree
Also,
doesn't.
also, also
Yeah.
one thing, Kapil, I want to say is that one more thing which I feel is that, like, while I understand all of that you are saying, I feel that I have yet to do a lot of work with myself. Okay,
And that is why,
so right,
and that is why
so
we are here. That is why we are here to help each other, to support each other in such a way where we are giving. That's so. Our foundation starts from here. But while giving, if you are willing to receive, if you're getting something, receive it.
hmm,
Do not expect anything back, but receive it.
yeah.
And that's the mental muscle. That's the beingness. We're gonna live every day now onwards. So, and do you guys believe? Just ask yourself. Let's take a pause. Take a deep breath. In tune with yourself. Feel the vibrations within, and ask yourself in your mind, what I am capable of, or what value I am producing, I'm creating for myself and for this entire universe. Don't get the answer. Just wait for answer to receive it comes. Once you feel ready, you can come back.
What I have realized is the moment you take out expectation and comparison from your whatever journey you are taking, then you are sure that you are in the path of success. Because when we attach that expectation tag of what we are receiving, that is where we start comparing, and these two things, they are the hindrances for our success.
And that's the noise we are talking. That's the noise, external noise,
Yes.
goals, this materialistic thing, anything which is. So there are two things which I have learned. One is the goal, another is the intention.
Yes.
Goal gives you a result, output, outcome. Intention gives you the direction. So what we are sensing together and witnessing in this community session is our intention is to expand our beingness, expand ourselves, focus on those areas of life which expands you. And it was so easy for me to get rid of the addictions of Netflix, mobile, and whatnot, eating. Slowly, I'm feeling and realizing it how effortless it becomes with one single intention of being expanded. And I want you to witness that if you haven't done that. It's not like I'm not addicted or de addicted completely. I'm learning in my way. But this journey has become an effortless journey. I know in the moment that I'm addicted, I'm serving to my ego again and again. Every time I look for something external, I look for the client, I look for something, and that's my journey, my own beingness. So this is my message to all of you that when we focus on intention of being an expansion, and as a result, it could be manifest in different ways. If you resonate with career people, you resonate and help them. But help starts here. And that is when I stopped chasing any other coaches. I don't need them. I don't need any coaches to, to feel expanded, to serve this universe by serving my own consciousness, myself. My son is here nudging. It's there inside. Take it. Take the full bag. Take the full bag. I'll give you. यहाँ पर नहीं है. वहाँ पर. वहाँ पर. One Okay, I'll give you. ठीक है, I'll give you 5 minutes. ठीक है? It will be here over there. Here. Thank you. Close the door. Thank you. Yes. Anything landing for you, Sujana, on a
Yeah,
quick
what
note?
really came to my mind while you were saying intention and the direction, right? So, and then there is outcome and then there is a result, right? So, I believe that this whole thing that we are talking about, it is all about the intention and it is about doing. It is about following a direction and doing of whatever. In that process, we are getting expanded and we are helping or we are being instrumental in doing the same for others too. What I'm feeling is the moment we forget that at any point of time, if we are forgetting that this is intention and direction, and if we are focusing on some goal, some outcome, so we are going to mess it. That came to my mind in this moment right now. That even before maybe we started this, if in fact worry और वो जो fear होती है कि Yeah, that is again related to outcome or goal only. Because intention or direction, mein to we are very sure that intention is 100% perfect. There is nothing wrong with the intention. And because we have the right intention, I think direction somewhere we are getting. There is nothing thing. The problem is maybe when we attach ourselves to the outcome of how people should see it, or whether people are acknowledging it or not acknowledging, or all of those things.
Yeah. We just value more somebody else's opinion than our own inner voice, in simple terms.
Right.
And when can we not value our own opinion? When we are not willing to listen somewhere inside, when we are not willing to connect, when we are not willing to follow this intention of being expanded, when we are not willing to slow down,
Hmm.
when we are believing that out there somewhere this is something is happening which I am, if I don't do that then I'm losing a lot of stuff, right? And that
That
is
is
all
where
life.
the comparison comes. We compare ourselves to what others are doing, then that unhappiness comes. Okay, maybe I'm not spending this much time, maybe I'm not doing what they are doing. So
Uh,
now
and
I
then
have
we
stopped completely.
and then we search happiness somewhere outside. We say happiness is inside theoretically, but practically we don't apply it,
Yes.
because everybody seems to be so happy by doing this work. And trust me, the most successful people on the LinkedIn which you would have witnessed might be thinking the same thing.
Of course,
What is,
yes. Yes.
even though he does not agree.
and one more thing is, uh, you know, when people ask you, like for example, say very simple, how are you? Okay, how are you? Okay, if people who are close to you, or maybe they know you, how are you? So you say something, right? I'm fine and all. Now, when the question comes like, okay, what's it on your work front? Like, say for example, how is your coaching business going on? How much money are you making from your coaching? Okay. Now, what I'm realizing now is it is so easy to be bold. Okay, I'm not making great money in coaching, but I'm very happy.
That's it.
But actually, I'm happy. Actually, I'm happy only. So to acknowledge that I'm not making more money, but still I am happy, we are not able to do that. The cause for the unhappiness is that somebody has asked me, and I should be giving some great answer. And the great answer has to be, coaching is great and I'm making so much money. Fine. So I have realized this over like through this conscious creation, and also, and well before that also, that these are the things that I personally need to work on. That it is never about people. It is about me, and being bold about certain things. You know that is.
I wanted to add by, sorry, I'm putting you on mute, Zabina, for the voice. Um, I wanted to say something which I have always bothered me in past. In the recent times, I think it's not bothering me anymore. When I used to get a message, there was a judgment in me. The message was like, get $5,000 per month assured in 90 days. Get X amount client. And there was a beautiful message sometime back that I wanted to, yeah, even though you have not converted the client, the message was, I don't remember it correctly, but message was like, even if you don't convert your client, what if I give you the formula of getting $500 from that client, even he does not created a client, like he does not become a client. I said, and I thought through, and then I saw the judgment in me, and then I said to him that I don't want somebody's money without adding a value in his life. And that is one. And then there's another message from a very sweet girl which came actually. I it felt like I want to serve her. I want to help her. And she was like, that media manager, the social media manager. I'm not very active on social media. I don't create tons of content because that's not my main business or main motto of life. My main motto is to serve. So I'm not I'm serving and then creating content as a share now. So and I saw that message, conventional message, and I said, how can I what can I do? I don't want your service, but still, no, saying no is very easy for me with the confidence. But I wanted to help that girl. And I invited her for the 15-minute conversation. It was planned for today. I've shifted to Monday. And I wanted to acknowledge that how can I serve that girl so that when she becomes and go to reach another coach, she knows what exactly, how can she serve that coach even before offering her services. And what do a real coach really wanted in his life? Is she aware about the coach's challenges? Is she solving the coach's problem? I know I can't do much, but even if I can nudge with 15-20 minutes conversation, I'm happy to give. So I'm just sharing some of the examples, that variety of things which is happening when you get this message, the judgment comes, and then I say no, I don't want. I say no. But now I'm just trying to open myself a little bit more, just as a information on top of what you said. Beautiful. We have almost come to our end. We have 3 minutes, and I wanted to use these 3 minutes to be the best 3 minutes of this conversation by sharing in 3 minutes each, 1 minute each, that how do you want it to take? And there is no pressure, there is no neediness for this community. Only if you truly want it, that means it's optional for you in your life, completely optional. So if you feel, yes, this is the path I wanted to grow and see and explore, and if you can resonate with this vision, what would you like to see and experience in the next conversation? And I'm not 100% sure, but I feel once in 2 weeks is what I can commit for 45 minutes going forward. So this is what is my um, personal aspirations. It need not to be yours. So I wanted to just check with you. What do you think? Do you resonate with it? Yes or no? If yes, then what would that like to be? What would you like to see, feel, and experience in our next conversation together? Anything. We can do a quick chat around it.
See, for me, what I expect is it is very difficult to find people who resonate or who have the same wavelength as you think, right? So when I really connect with people whose thought process is the same as mine, I feel it will create an effect on each other. So for me, what I'm expecting is something like where we are able to create a self-awareness by helping each other, by
Hmm.
understanding who you are and who you should be, or what you wish to be, or whatever.
Yeah,
So it is more like a self-awareness journey for me. It
yeah,
is like having the clear foundation for that, because somewhere along the line, how much ever you read or self-help book or whatever, we don't follow those things, and somewhere all the awareness and other things that we say we have,
hmm,
we forget somewhere. I mean, it's not that we take it along with us.
hmm.
So the journey should be something like we are aware of who we are as a person.
Okay. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you for this. Sujana, you have any thoughts?
Okay. So what I think is, Kapil, we First of all, and see, when we have understood what this is all about, and say, for example, when I say myself, I want to tell myself or remind myself at every point in my life, right from now, and I've been doing this since we spoke about this, that I am on a different path now. And when I say different path, I would say a more evolved path. Okay, wherein my focus is on expanding myself. So that is the first thing, right? So everything that I'm going to do, fine. Now everything that I'm going to do is not, may not be giving me that kind of things, but still I'm trying. I will be trying to bring the best out of that. I think that is what living my highest vision is. Fine. Now, what also I intend to is touch as many lives as possible in a positive manner.
Yeah.
Now, also putting the same idea in their head that you also have to live the highest vision is not my goal, is not my immediate goal. My goal is to just touch their lives positively. So maybe in the connection and in the interaction, it could be a person whom I have coached, it could be a person with whom I have networked for my business call or anything, or people who are there in my business network, or the people whom I'm collaborating for my content writing. It could be any person. My goal is to create that kind of bit of awareness in them would be. And if I feel, for example, when I said Zabina, why? Because I felt, right? I felt that, right? So if I feel that, I would definitely invite them. I would tell them that this is something that I am a part of and I
Yeah.
am very happy doing it. And I would want that person to be a part of this. That is one thing. Now, coming to whether that happens or not happens, as of now, three of us are there. What I definitely need, I say I need this, is that we three connecting weekly would be good, but if not possible, at least 15 days or even a month. We connecting and we talking about, first of all, our own journey. That is more important. So whether
Sure.
we are actually, because again and again, even in this space, I get this thing that it is so easy to fall back, because I've experienced this in the everyday routine and life. It happens so many times. On the map of consciousness, you are so low,
Yeah.
right? So that should not happen. So it's not that I'm saying that I have to be in bliss always. No, but at least moderate always,
Yeah.
right? So that is my goal.
Okay. So two things which I'm sensing from both of you is focus inward as much as possible. That is the essence. And on the journey, if there is help to someone, that's good. This is the essence that I'm sensing, right? And how can we connect and support each other so that it just elevates our expansion. So I wanted to end this conversation, this beautiful quote, falling in love with your expansion. When we are aiming for our expansion instead of money or some temporary external result, we have a power and an intention that is thousand of times stronger than when we are trying to achieve small mental goals. And this is coming straight from someone who has been living his life from a very, very successful career to become a life-changing coach for in US millions of people. So this is this is a journey, and with this, I really wanted to welcome you for beginning in this journey.
Thank you.
Thank you, and looking forward to big, big
for
transformations in the
for the
yeah.
boom, for the boom.
Yeah, and I'm telling you right now also, we are making a massive impact. We are not aware.
No,
Massive, massive.
the moment we take out the monetary part from whatever we are doing, the result, the because we connect everything to money. Even our self-worth, we attach it to money. So if you are making this much money, you feel worthy. So the
Yeah.
moment we take out that money part, you start feeling happy. That is what something that I have realized. Money is important, but then we give more importance to money than many other things.
Beautiful. So our we are not. So it's not valued. I'm not valued. Value is out there somewhere. And for the people who would be watching this recording, there is a mega transformation is gonna happen. Let me tell you. You guys are already making an impact without even aware. So your value is already on the top. Uh,
Absolutely.
Even though it's materialistically not seeing it outside. And I wanted to say something which I have just slipped from my mind, but if it is coming, I'll share that on the chats. So with this, let me just end our conversation and say to you, welcome, Ripplers. You guys are Ripplers for me. In
Yeah.
whatever way you can relate to. Okay, there is no way like okay, I am like creating and for the people who is watching this recording, I want to say it's not a you know kind of a network which we are trying to produce. It just we are focusing inward. It's an inward journey where we all are creating a small ripple effect in our lives around us. And first and foremost, ripplers would be our family members, you know. And these are the toughest stakeholders I have witnessed. For me, uh, my son, my spouse, parents, whatnot. I mean, so
Biggest
so
challenge, greatest challenges.
yeah, fun. Now it's so I'm not a now very huge fan of this word itself, this challenge. I say it's a beautiful, fun playing environment in our house. So share. So as a result, I'm inviting you to share whenever you feel expansive. Share that in that chat. Share that to the world and say hashtag Ripplers and spread that awareness to the people. So we are not adding them. It's not to add them. It's to focus inwards. And if you see someone that would help them, do that. Do that freely. No problem. So that's my message. It's not like we are creating some kind of a network or a forum. So it's to create more. It's more an inward journey, I would say. Okay. All right.
All
Thank
right,
you so
Kapil.
much.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Bye.
And
Take care.
bye, Sujna. Bye,
Yeah,
Kapil.
wonderful talking to both of you. Bye bye. Bye, Kapil.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
Zabina. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.